Go ahead. $100.
Take it easy. You know I
I'll
love
try
it.
to make it work.
I will take it. I will take it.
All right, Steve.
Hot.
Yeah, no, guy last week was a killer. It feels like paradise.
I don't know, tell him. I'm sorry.
AC.
Yeah, we'll turn this off. Yeah, let's just. Okay. Yeah, just turn the lights on. You know, lights on. Right.
She's yawning.
Look at the coffee.
Are you ready, Tom? Yeah, we're recording. Call this meeting order. Please give us the invocation, please.
Dear Heavenly Father, please pray, watch over us today and guide us in our roles as community leaders. Help protect our firefighters and police officers and law enforcement in our community. And please, Lord, get us some moisture. Really appreciate it. Thank you. In the Lord's name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Lopez.
Present.
Commissioner Loudon.
Present.
Commissioner Walter.
approval of the agenda.
There's only one minor change. If you go to new business on E, consideration of information accounting, attorney Dixie Miller regarding limitation of liability clause contract. It's also to actually approve the contract.
Yeah.
Other than that, I have no other change.
Did you use it?
Yeah. Make a motion.
Second.
Roll call. Meeting minutes, May 31st, 2018.
I only have one change, page 2. Work line down from the top, where it says the existing exit will be located south. That should be the new exit will be located to the south.
New exit.
What's that?
Did you say new exit?
Yeah, it should be the new. Other than that, I have no change.
Make a motion to approve with change.
Second.
Commissioner Walter.
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez.
Yes.
Commissioner Loudon.
Yes. Reading correspondence, commissioner committee reports. I started with you last time, so I'm going to start with Mr. Coleman this time.
Okay. I'll try not to take too long. So,
You won't.
3 minutes, right? Like I said last meeting, Luis and I did attend the CCI summer conference. A few things. Recognize Mr. Commissioner Martin from Montezuma County. He's pretty well respected in Washington, so they recognized him. We also went over sales tax issues. Luann Pyatt and Jamie Nicol-Lally was there from the Department of Revenue, a presentation on tax issues. And one of the things, if special events happening in our county or in our community, and making sure that those vendors are charging sales tax. And they said if we ever have any issues, we can call and they'll come down and investigate. So it was good to sit in with them. We had a really fun one. It was called Leadership Role for Public Officials, and it was given by two individuals that actually had like a little skit going on and had commissioner participation, and it was really, really fun doing it. Had a lot of fun on that. And then the guru political analyst, Lloyd Cerulli, gave his political outlook and demographics for the state. Very interesting. He had growth for the last 17 years, 2000 to 2017, and what was shocking was Douglas County grew 91% in 17. So the guy is just full of knowledge. I mean, he is a political guru. And then we went to budgeting for counties, learned a little bit about that, and also commissioner administrator partnerships, what each role is supposed to happen there. And then, of course, opioid crisis at county level. We've heard a lot of the same information, but it's always good to hear from other people. And then, just so let us know, we all meet in our district meetings, and if there's 20 of them, we try to see what's important. We take a vote, and what passes will go to the state level. Whatever passes there goes to Denver. And then we attend meetings, a couple meetings in Denver. It goes, if there's 40 of them there, the first meeting we narrow it down to 20 issues. And then the second meeting we narrow it down to 8 or 10, and then CCI will bring that to the legislature and say this is what's important to our county commissioners, what they feel is important to their constituents and their states, and then that's how we try to write new law. Deadline on that. Attended the Space to Create. That was quite festive. Didn't get my forehead burned. Getting a little thin on top, but anyway, it was very festive. They had some music, it was really fun. I enjoyed myself. So that's about all I got today.
Well, you took all your time.
Yeah. We attended quite a bit of different meetings as well while we were there to kind of help split it up so we could learn for the community better. The one I want to just briefly touch on is the BOE, and I attended that as a Board of Equalization and how we can do better. I frankly have to say, Jody Motto, hats off to you. You are, what you taught me last year is everything they did. And I was like, wow, I know this, so thank you. And everybody up there knows how good our assessor's office is. We talked to them about the BOE. Yesterday I attended the OPI meeting in La Habana, and we have a fund balance of about $148,000 to loan out still. We need to spend it. We need people. Anybody knows some small businesses that need loans? Please apply through Danelle Burke, and I have that contact information. We did approve one more loan, and through Stella Corporation for $80,000. And these Christy and Dean are on that board for the loan review committee, and those approved it. So that made us easier to do. And that's all I got.
Okay, thank you. Anything, so, public comment. Veronica Mays. You have to come up there, you have to. Give your genealogy, everything, your birthday.
You can have my firstborn, this teenager. So I'm here today. My name is Veronica Hayes.
Okay, good.
I'm the Area Agency on Aging Director for the South Central Council of Governments, and I actually cover Los Animas and Brown County. And as I'm sure you're aware, our population is well over 60. We have in Los Animas County, estimates are 30+% over the age of 60. So my department alone, what we do in partnership with the county, with the city of both communities to serve them. The reason I'm here today is that we decided in March that we would take over the Care and Share program, which is the CSFP, which is the senior program, and the TFAP, which is the formerly known as commodities program, which serves anybody 18 and over. Those are all income-based programs, and it's basically to bring food into Los Angeles County. I have $1,000 worth of food for seniors, and then the other program was the county, didn't cost us anything. Our community out, COG decided that we would take that on. We've had some issues with the freezers and fridge over there, which I'm sure you're aware that was a partnership back in 2010 to purchase that equipment. There's been, I don't know if it's because they run all the time, they're not full all the time. So what I'm here for today is to see if we can build a partnership so that we can continue this program. So part of that is to service those machines. I appreciate the county who covers the utilities on those on a monthly basis. Luis and I have had a conversation about those. I'm not sure who has access to them, who doesn't have access to them. We do have a key. As far as I know, the Department of Human Services has a key, but they no longer go there. Care and Share has made a commitment to us. They bought us a pallet jack when we took over because the one that was there is gone. They've paid for a service for TJs to come out. We do have a pending repair there, about $330. I did have another company come in. I'm waiting for their estimate. So we need to get that fixed. So I'm kind of here today just to ask the county to help us partner so we can keep this program. I have asked for a difference, but just some individuals, and about over 50% of those people were seniors. So this time we're doing a little different. We're going to go ahead and focus on those seniors, get them in there 10 to 12 and get them out of there so that we can serve everybody else. So that's kind of why I'm here today, so we can all just get on the same page with what's going on with the fridge and freezer over at the fairgrounds, who has access to it. You know, if there's anything that the county needs to use those for, you know, they're great machines and they're just sitting there. We get food once a month and we usually distribute it that week. So I think that's it. And one other thing, I just want to thank both Luis and Dean. Seniors were very thrilled to have your presence there. They've wanted you there for a long time, and I thank you. And your flag presentation was more than we can ask for, especially on such short notice. So we really want to recognize that, that you recognize them, veterans there. Thank you. Any questions?
Well, the sheriff's presence there, and said he would send some guys to do a patrol through, and so that people could know that it doesn't get out of hand. And I like the idea of, I know Kenny said we don't have access to it, we haven't, for whatever reason, to those coolers. But my opinion, I think it'd be nice to have access to those so we can rent them out to the community. If there's a big party or a function or a wedding, they need to keep the food, or the rodeo needs an extra space, we can charge some money to help offset our utility bills on that. It's just my opinion. I thought we'd probably have to go into some sort of agreement with you and through Dixie and make sure everything was put together that way. But I like the fact that you're here and utilize those refrigeration units.
I mean, it's a lot of money worth of food. That's the county workers that from the Cameron Branson area used to take the food out, and they're not doing that anymore. And I talked to Kim yesterday, and she said that supervisor decided that they don't want to do that anymore. So we've asked for some partnership in that. It's just really hard for us. We're expanding a lot more than we're getting to do this program. And, you know, I did do the distribution out there last month, and those people were thrilled with the amount of food they received.
And since I'm on the board for COG, next board meeting, we're going to try to hammer that out and see, because Los Angeles County it's difficult for us to send food in case of liability. You know, if they're in a truck with oil and fuel, and we don't get them sick.
Right. And I ask when you can. You know, I don't.
And COG also has the transportation.
We don't go into that area.
So I know, but that's why we gotta hammer it out with all and see what we can do to help you
And I
guys.
just want to serve those communities, and we have about 10 plus people in both Kim and Branson.
How big was the amount of food that you took out there?
I filled the car completely. I mean, it was,
Was there any perishable items as well?
We did take perishable items, but we were able to pack them up and take them that day, so we were able to do that. And I explained to them that if the county could do that, we probably wouldn't be sending those, we would just send the non-perishable. So I'm trying to get somebody from those communities to come up and just get everybody's, but not everyone.
We can reach out to possibly, they have a senior center over there, don't they?
And they want it each place, so it's a possibility.
Maybe we can reach out to them to have them try.
I mean, because that makes the most sense. If one of them would just come in once a month and pick it up, that would solve everybody's problem, but yeah.
Is your day set? I mean, what Commissioner Opus is talking about, bringing it out, do you get it on the 20th?
We get it on the
every month?
4th Tuesday of every month. That's when our food comes in. We tried doing distribution the same day. That doesn't work. So this month we're doing it the Thursday after, but I'm hoping that we can start doing it the Wednesday after. That's kind of what we're shooting for. I'm just not here the Wednesday after we get our truck next week. So that's why we're doing it Thursday. But I'm hoping to shoot for the Wednesday after.
So if you got it in on Tuesday, then by Friday, everything should be out of there. Does that give you enough
For
time?
the most part, yeah. We usually have some left over because we don't get rid of everything and we just kind of put it in the back room and leave the stuff in the fridge and freezers that go there. But for the most part, we try to get rid of everything. But yeah, by Friday, it's usually gone.
We could even look at maybe possibly building some sort of caged area so they can have access to it inside of those units. I don't think we can build something like that.
And we usually have stuff just in the fridge. The freezer stuff we usually get rid of. And that's the pending repair right now. It's the condensation is leaking and it's causing ice on the bottom. And the gentleman that I had out yesterday said that they didn't pull the plastics off the bottom of the coolers when they installed them. Those should be stainless steel, and they're not. They have the plastic inlay still over them. And he said you're not going to get those up now. So, but they're large. And I mean, even when they bring in distribution, we don't use half of that freezer.
If we have access to them, we can maintenance, keep so it doesn't, condensation doesn't go without checking once a week from off the water out. Buckets of
You have access to it, Kenny?
we want to keep it.
There's another key that Department of Human Services has. I don't know if they still have that, Bob. Have it. Last I knew, we do have a key as well.
So if something goes wrong, you don't know until the next 4th Tuesday?
We don't, well, we go in, we do go in twice a week to check temperatures. That's part of our contract with the Commissioner. So we do go in twice a week to check temperatures.
There's no drain inside the cooler for the condensation.
No.
There's a drain tube, I guess, that comes off the back of it, is my understanding.
Yeah, condensing units will freeze up and defrost. They have a timing, and then that water will go out a drain. Right. And sometimes that freezes up, and that's what causes condensation to go over.
But there's both ice on the inside of the unit and on the outside of the unit. So we just don't want it to cause any further damage.
So are you saying that you never use more than half of it?
Pretty much, yeah. And like I said, it comes in that Tuesday and it's gone that week. Sometimes we have cheese left over. That's usually the only thing in the fridge is the boxes of cheese. And I mean, there's 12 in a box this big. And we may have 40 left over or something like that. Our goal is to get rid of all the food, actually.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
I just want to say you did a wonderful job at the senior fair last week.
Thank you.
I forgot to mention that.
That was our 3rd annual and it was great, yeah.
Well,
Truly enjoyed it.
since we're short for some people here, if it's all right, I can take the lead with this with Veronica. Start with you two, and I'll give you your contact, and we'll work it through and get things going.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
County Clerk.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, gentlemen. I asked for 2 agenda items today, but I didn't have fiscal information as far as what I need an OBCC from the county treasurer. But what I'm
Can
here
you
for,
state your name?
I'm sorry. I'm Patricia B. Hill, I'm the county clerk. I'm gonna call my chief deputy up because I'm asking for 3 new licenses, as I mentioned last week's meeting, for the county assessor's office so that they can access the title recording system, which will streamline the process. I'm gonna bring Sean up and let her explain that. This is Sean Sescolini, she is the chief deputy clerk.
Good morning.
Good morning.
3 licenses we want to install on computers in Jody's office for Arnie, Giselle, and Kathy, so they can access their TD 1000s. Those go with the warranty deeds that have a sale. It shows the purchase price, the property description, and if there was any personal property involved in the sale. I had to print from home because I can't print off of my computer because they are they're private images. But this will allow the assessor's office to access those images and put the book and page and the date that they were recorded. It'll be much easier for them. It'll be much easier for me since we're getting a whole new system for motor vehicle training, and I'm still training for recording. So this will help me immensely if they could have these licenses. And we would like this to come from our surcharge fund, which was set up specifically to keep up recording costs.
Is there plenty of money?
I'm sorry?
Is there enough money?
I believe so.
There is plenty of money, and Christy verified
There
that
is.
last week.
There is.
So you can't print from here, but you can print from your home because it's more secure?
Well, I don't have the time to print from here. So if I access the system from home, I can go in a different way. I can't remote access because it was taken away from me. I can go in a different way and print those documents without any interruption whatsoever.
And by Jody getting 3 licenses, explain to me how that speeds everything up.
So when Jody has to make the transfers, whenever there's a warranty deed or even a quitclaim deed transfer, sometimes the quitclaim deeds have the TD 1000s. When she pulls that warranty deed, she can pull that TD 1000, attach them, and put them in the file.
Okay, back up just a minute because I'm very dense here. What is TD 1000?
The TD 1000s are the real property transfer declarations.
So what information is on that TD 1000?
The property address, the people that purchased the property, the purchase price, and if there's any personal property that went with the home or the land per se.
Okay. Jody Amato, Jody Amato, County Assessor. A TD 1000 is a confidential document that is supposed to be accompanying all property transfers. And there's confidential information such as social security numbers, any type of special circumstances that went with that sale, anything that could determine that sale to be less than an arm's length transaction. TD 1000s are required by law. We are supposed to get them from the clerk and recorder's office because they are part of the sales analysis that all assessors must complete and must do. So when we went to our new system, we found a few little hiccups in this process. So by obtaining these licenses, it allows us access to those TD 1000s so we have them. Because at the moment, my transfer clerks, we are completely caught up with the clerk and recorder's office. But Sean, like she said, doesn't have time to print these out. So by obtaining these licenses, we automatically have that information and we can continue with our processes. The other issue with the TD 1000, like Sean said, I have to get them because they are audited by an independent state auditor that audits all Colorado County Assessor's offices. Now, the auditor is allowed to look at them by state statute. The seller, the buyer, and the auditor, and a court of law if they're subpoenaed, and myself. there are very important documents to the processes, so I can confirm what cells are legit and what cells are valid for me to use in my cells analysis when I have to do my reevaluation every 2 years. Essentially, it'll speed up the process the minute they're recorded, because they're attached now to the recording, because when we went to the e-file and e-recording, they used to have to bring them in and it was an actual piece of paper that they brought in and was submitted. Now they're e-recording, or they're attached to the recording, even though they're still a document that's confidential.
The majority of them are e-recorded.
Okay, so what you're basically gonna do, what I'm understanding is that instead of you having to print this thing
Print out
off,
an
it's
actual
gonna go
document.
straight to Jody's office, so we've got it even a little more secure by you not having to print it.
Right.
Take it down there, and it's just gonna go directly to her with no.
As soon as I record it at night, when the backup starts, it transfers over, they can see it the next morning.
We can pull them up, and then my three transfer clerks can pull those documents, because I already get a copy of the actual deed. Now those TD 1000s will be attached to those deeds, so our efficiency will be improved, and we'll be in compliance.
Last year's shortfalls, everybody got behind.
That's exactly what happened.
Did we have the money last year to buy these licenses, or because we could have?
The electronic filing fund is a surcharge that we collect on every recording. So every document that we take in, we collect that $1 fee plus the recording fee. And that goes into that
So
specific fund that
revolving
is
fund.
to be used just for that.
And we didn't
So
budget
there's
for it
plenty of
last
money
year.
in there.
Yeah,
And they're only
we budgeted for it
$500
this
each.
year.
Well, I'm glad you guys thought of this process to streamline this now, because so we don't have this problem in the future.
Well, we've been working on it for
Yeah,
about
it's-
6 months to try and
And it's
alleviate
like I
this
said, we're
issue.
just still trying to play catch up, so.
They're $500 each, with $120 per year annual support per license.
So that's gonna come out of your budget, Jody?
No, it comes out
of their budget.
Well, it's a county budget, but it's designated just for that.
Okay, so that $120 a year is not gonna
It's
affect
not gonna,
anyone?
no, there's
No.
thousands of dollars in there.
By state statute, the clerk and recorder is required to provide them to me, so we're trying to streamline the process, that way we can all get our jobs done and we're more efficient and we're not running back and forth and saying, hey, I don't have them, I need this, and the auditor's not going, hey, where's your TD 1000s?
Right.
So,
And if they don't get it, then she's gonna hunt it down.
Yeah,
yeah, and then, you know,
then it just puts us farther behind.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not very expensive, and like I said, there's plenty of money in the fund, and we continue to collect that every day, on every reporting.
It would be better for each office, time-wise.
I mean, this is the first time in over 17 years that I know of that my office is actually current and up to date, and we're waiting on the clerks to get their recording and indexed. I mean, we're in real time now. We used to be 6 months to 9 months behind in recordings, and we're current. So going with Tyler and getting these streamlined, yes, getting these streamlined processes and computer systems that are helping us be more efficient and more cost effective, they're proving that they're worth the cost up front, and they're doing their job.
So 3 brains are better than 1.
Yep.
Put your heads together. Good
At
job.
least 2 make one. Or, of course, when you said 3, you meant you 3. So, the only thing I had was the OBCC thing, and it wasn't formally put on the agenda because I didn't get the information to call it, but it wouldn't take but 2 minutes if you want to do it, or I can get on the next agenda.
I need to discuss surcharge, okay. Oh. No, it's not on the agenda.
I don't get on the next.
Are you okay with, I mean, it's not gonna put you in a bind?
It doesn't put me in a bind, it's just that,
The folks haven't had their money back, that's what it is.
yes, exactly.
It puts the folks in the
I
money.
need to refund them some money. So, just wait.
I can't, it's gonna happen.
This is not that much, is it?
Mm-hmm.
We'll wait till the next one.
Okay.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks,
Thank
ladies.
you.
Thanks, Pete.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Old business, office space availability for DA. I guess we've been working on giving up some offices.
Yes.
Correct?
Yep, we're almost there. We've got some shortfalls with the staff supporting it. So that's our biggest problem. DHS move is still ongoing. Getting's been tied up, we're short help, but I actually officially was working on the offices downstairs yesterday. So the team is vacating his.
And I've been pretty busy, so.
First of all, thank you for the office space. I do understand that it's not like it's open free space. It's space that calls for people to move. And so we're just anxious to get it when we can get access to it. And that will help immensely.
We are marking all the inventory of the furniture that's in there, Henry, so you can have access to utilize it, as long as it doesn't go to Workforce County, stays here in our courthouse here.
Well, no, nothing from Los Angeles County will go to Huerfano County, and I'm sure they will also ask the same of me, which is nothing from Huerfano County will come to Los Angeles County. And the space will help. The one critical need, however, is financial. And we've traded emails. The most immediate need is the $86,000 between the $494 you've appropriated and the $580, which is the voter approved initiative. And we need it immediately. It will fund at a minimum one prosecutor. We need the work, we need the staff. We are currently, last year, we accomplished about a 40% increase in actual case filings and case activity, thanks to the Sheriff's Department and the Trinidad Police Department. We are up again 10% beyond that. We do not have the staff to handle all of that and handle all of the matters that we need handled professionally and competently. On top of that, not only are we having more cases, we are actually having more serious cases. We have filed 2 homicide cases. One is going to go to trial in July. We have another 3rd homicide that's under investigation that we will file soon. And I need to have the $84,000 right away, like within the next week or 2. Otherwise, I'm going to have to make adjustments to our caseload and further things. That's separate from the ongoing discussion about what accessibility above the 580, since the current revenues, at least what I've seen the last time I tracked it, is 1A is generating $77,000 a month. 580 divided by 12 is a lesser number. I think that it's generating $900,000 or more. And I've provided you the information about how up to, I believe it's 675, whatever is the last number, fully funding just for Los Angeles.
And I understand, but we're talking about office space today. This needs to be a different subject.
I will tell you, sir, I've raised the question. If I do not have an answer on at least the $84,000 by Friday, I have to make changes, and I will make changes. I've raised this before, starting in March.
But it's not on the agenda, so we cannot.
I am just telling you,
Okay.
you can take action by Friday. If not, I will take action. We cannot continue. It will put public safety of the citizens at risk. I will wait until next Tuesday. After that, I will proceed. Thank you.
And just as a clarification on the space, we're happy to give you the space, but as things change here, maybe 2 or 3 years down the road, we may have to switch things around too. So it's not.
I understand the space is at a premium for everybody. You've seen the space. I don't know if anybody else has seen the space. I believe we are probably the most cramped out of any functioning office in terms of utilizing space. I appreciate the response to it, but I do understand that in future years, we're all going to have to deal with space, an office space that was appropriate at the time it was built, but this is a different government and different responsibilities than back then. So we
probably
do
overbuilt back then. We probably had way too much space.
Well, the problem is that it was overbuilt for back then, but that was, at least years ago. Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Consideration, clarification of acting sheriff Navarrete salary changes. I guess I was a little confused last time around what we were doing, and I'm in a state of confusion all the time anyway, so that's.
Yeah, there was some question on some of the numbers, but I believe they were clarified, I guess, for what we need to do.
Kim Chavez got with us, with me this week, I think with the other two, and showed us what the changes are. And did you meet with her as well?
Briefly, I did.
Okay, so you're okay with what she changed? And then a conversation we had yesterday, I checked the minutes, it was the 8th.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna request, that it would go back to the first.
For 1 week then,
Because of, essentially, we've been doing the more responsibility of the job since May 3rd, so I was asking if that could be back for those promoted positions to the first. That was my request that I was gonna do today, but I couldn't remember what day or what time.
Yeah, and
It was unclear to
I
me.
checked with that, and it was the 8th, and we asked if you're okay, and then maybe it was just in a rush to get it done.
Yeah, I must have heard it different. I wasn't clear on it.
I don't know what the difference would be until I talk to Kim on that. She's out of town today, and Christy, but, I think we can address it next week when she comes, when she gets back in a few days, to see what that difference would be in the money. Then we can make a decision based on the budget we have.
And I know it would probably be a little easier to go back to that, because I know we were trying to sort it out to the 8th. It was causing a lot of issues as far as the numbers of it, but it might be easier, but I'll leave that up to you. But that was my request, to go back to the first. Those other 3 positions.
For 1 week, I don't see it be that much money, but we're gonna make sure we have it first. So we'll have to have Kim.
So you're saying it should be weekly, is that what you're saying?
No, June 3rd for staff. He goes back from starting May 3rd when it's,
Correct, the retroactive?
Yeah, it'll be retroactive.
first.
Or
June 1st, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Well, the rest of that is in his budget already.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
It is, it's there, that's what I'm saying, but I just want to know, are we, so that's what we're trying to decide, what, are we going back to May 1st?
June 1st for staff,
Oh, June 1st for the staff,
May 3rd
May 3rd.
May 3rd
for
for you.
Derek.
Yes.
Okay,
So we could probably have an answer for you in a day or so.
Okay.
I can do some figures today, but you can also have Kim do them,
Yeah.
whatever you want.
I know the status change orders were marked for June 8th, and we signed them, but,
I think she put the first on it because I was in an unclear.
she was in a hurry to take her daughter to Albuquerque
Yeah.
for,
But if that could be done, that would probably be a good thing to go back to that.
okay.
If you could do that.
I think June 1st makes sense, because that's a pay period start, instead of having to.
It's cleaner.
Yeah, we were trying to work it out the other day at our office. It was really confusing because we were trying to do part from the 1st to the 8th. It was really a confusing scenario on our part, so that's what I asked, if we could just go back to the 1st and make a clear start of it. And that would just be a redoing of the status changes. I don't know how you guys want to do that.
And, I'll look at it and it should be okay to do, in my opinion. But I also want to tell you thank you for what you've been doing, working with us. The communication is excellent, with this board and with the sheriff's department. It's the best it's been in a long time.
Thank you.
So keep it up, and the fires and everything, and you're jumping in with 2 feet just like we did
Yes.
in the office. And
Yes, it's a learning experience.
so I want to say
Get it
thank you.
down.
We appreciate it.
You know, I guess I'm looking at it a little bit different. This is within this budget, and if he's okay with June the 1st, all that money is still there. I don't know that we need to wait, personally.
Happens.
You want to make that decision?
Yeah, I personally.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
All right.
With the motion? Yeah.
We got to either motion to table it or to go forward.
I make a motion to go forward with it. If he's good with June 1st and May 3rd.
Yeah, then I'm good with those 2 things.
Okay.
I can just get with Kim and we'll work that out.
Okay.
That's all right with the board.
We'll get it signed up. A second.
Thank you.
Commissioner Lopez?
Yes.
Commissioner Walter?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller? I was gonna say that.
That's all right. Yes. Thanks, Derek.
Thanks, Derek.
Consideration of lighting improvements proposal to seek bids for the Los Angeles County Fairgrounds.
Morning, County Maintenance Supervisor. We're talking about,
What is your name?
Kenny Bowman. We've been doing we did some upgrades on the outside arena lights with the LED lights, and they are awesome. And I want to continue putting all new LED lights through the fairgrounds and try to save utility bills and stuff like that. And Luis met with Samantha, and we both talked to Samantha, and she, because she gave us a really good deal on the lights, and then all we had to do was pay for her labor, because the rebates pay for all the outside arena lights.
And the Little Britches we're so happy that that's been done. With that lighting out there, we can rent that for more festivities or organizations at night, and it's going to bring more revenue for the county. When I did talk to Ms. Quintana, I thanked her for offering the rebates back to the county. Most contractors will keep the rebates, but we do have to go through the bid procurement process, and she understood that for the remainder of the project. So she's going to bid the rest of them, and then and if the other contractors want to give the rebates, they're welcome to do that as well. We have to, what's good for the goose, good for the gander type thing, but we'll see what happens and who we award the bid to if they include that as well. But it is nice to have a local contractor helping our community, helping the county save some money. So that gives us more money for other projects out there, including the seating and the arenas. And we've reached out as well to the 4-H entities for shooting sports, what to do with the old bleachers, so we don't destroy them. Maybe they can be utilized somewhere else or resold.
Good shot.
Yeah. Shooting sports. They have stands and seats. So I guess we move forward with putting in a newspaper and advertising this to go out to bid, and then we'll know by the next meeting, and then hopefully we can have this done.
Brandy will put it in this morning, and then I told her just to put it for 3 days. I don't know if that's, but anyways, it won't be. We'll meet next Tuesday out there and do a walkthrough, and then from there,
We'll have a few days to do the bids for our next meeting.
Yeah, Thursday or Friday, and then they'll have to submit the bid. Yeah, and then we have to be. I don't know if we'll have the commissioners meeting for July 3rd.
Yeah, we could put on that agenda. Is that right?
Yeah, I think, and I don't know, but I mean, what he was talking about with the rebates, we can put that in the bid process, that the rebates come back to the county, and then everybody knows exactly what the rules are. 3 days, is that normal? Is that what we normally do? 3 days?
For that process.
I think that's
Okay.
Yeah, 4 day costs $100.
And then you'll do a walkthrough when?
Walk through on Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
So that would be the 26th. Is that right? This is 19th, right?
Yes.
Next Tuesday.
I would say the calendar is behind you.
Yes, 26.
Calendar is old.
So there'll be a walkthrough on the 26th.
At 10 o'clock in the morning.
And then when will you get the bids in, and when will we open them?
Pretty sure Brandy put it for Friday at 11 o'clock.
28.
29.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bids are due by the 29th.
And you've got the bids already, or I mean, you've got the contract
Well,
set to go.
I don't have a contract, just whatever.
Well, I mean, the soliciting bids, you have that's ready to go.
Yeah.
And where are you? Trinidad, Pueblo, where does it go?
Where does it go? I don't know how really it does that. I mean, former Selena, when she was the active administration, she put it in the paper, and we had we had 3 people from Pueblo come down here and that's what we.
Okay, so it is getting out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's.
Could I ask about the rebates? Because this is getting paid with lottery funds. So, I'm saying, how do we just talk to the state to see how to handle that?
You mean there may be some?
Because how much are we getting back on the rebates so far? Does anybody know?
80%. They haven't sent us a check yet for that.
Because we have to put it all together, a one-time deal.
So on the 16,000, are we getting a rebate? The one that we just paid just recently?
Yeah, if we all,
Because that was paid with lottery funds.
okay, you want to call lottery and then see.
I need to call lottery to see if I remember
Make
that.
sure we're doing that right.
Okay.
I would think if it went back in, but that's something, we're.
Yeah,
back
because I
into
didn't
that
really-
lottery.
Well, we keep it in that lottery fund, then the probably would be okay, if we just leave it in that,
But
but,
check with them.
I need to talk to them.
so until we know otherwise, I think we can move forward. Right.
The motion to move forward with the.
I made a motion. Second.
Commissioner Lopez,
Yes.
Commissioner Mulder,
Yes.
Commissioner Motto.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kenny. Consideration of resolution 18-024 for transfer of funds to DHS. Christie, can you give us a little background on this?
I've attached some information here, what I received from our auditor. Okay, so you'll see on the 3rd page, the color is in the book, you'll see the bottom part that says required county transfer of $236,762.11. So the reason for that is they, in their, I'm assuming their general fund part of it, or in their county administration portion that the county has to in our MOU, the maintenance of effort, I think it is, MOE, that we're required to pay 20% of their expenditures. And as you can see, they've gone over by 236,000. So the
So
county has.
what does that mean?
Okay, so each program, they have different programs. So there are some programs that are 90-10, some are 80-20, some are 85-15. So between all of those, our portion, I think when I'm saying, when I did the last financials, it was saying that our portion was 7%. But when he did the audit, there were some discrepancies to where, because we thought it was going to be 91,000. The last time they brought us financials, we thought it was going to be 91,000 that the county was going to have to pay, that they did not have enough money. Because right now, once we pay this 236, our fund balance will go to 0. So 2018, they'll start with 0 fund balance, and then go through the year. But then we come to property tax, and we give them their property tax. And our property tax, I think this year is about 580, I think, somewhere on there. But last year, we were all at 30 hours. So I think there was maybe 270 he gave them. So then here comes the 236. Because our auditor did say we should probably pay them about 500,000 probably a year. So
And so for next year, it's.
for next year, we should be right on it because we, like I said, we upped the property tax. We did. So here's this year, and even though they had furloughs last year, it still wasn't enough. But we thought it was going to be 91,000. I was really pleased until he said no, there were some discrepancies at DHS, and so he had to do some journal entries to where it came up. Now we owe them 236,000. So we're going to transfer the funds to DHS. That's what this is requesting.
Okay, so that may be a question for DHS, but when you say discrepancies.
Well, I think what it was is when she was doing, I guess there were some journal entries that she hadn't done. How about that?
Okay.
There was journal entries. So that when I say discrepancies, is she hadn't done some journal entries. to say that she was saying it was 91, but when our auditor came in, he found that there were some entries that she hadn't done, or they were in the wrong line items. How about that? They were in the incorrect line items.
So once he corrected all of the
entries.
All of the
When he
entries.
came up with it was 236, not 91,000. And so I got back our audit for the county, and for general fund we have a surplus of 208,000 in general fund. So if we take that 208,000 and we write a check for 236,000, we'll end with a deficit of about 29,000 for general fund for Los Angeles County. So we do have a surplus this year, because I would prefer to take for general fund instead of contingent with the fires that are happening at this moment. You know, because our contingent doesn't have a lot of funds in there. It still is digging into our fund balance for general fund, so it's not like it's something we need to celebrate to give that. But let's see, contingent has a fund balance of 344,000. That's what our contingent has at this moment. So if we take 236,000 from there, doesn't leave us with enough money for probably one fire.
Any other questions?
I don't know, I have a comment.
Okay.
This is twice, 2 years in a row. We thought we had a handle on him. Former administrator was, you guys kind of helping them along, and I think it's time we need to really address their accounting and how they're managing their billing, because it's obviously not working. And we can't let this happen again. So basically, what I'm hearing is they're having some problems doing their job professionally. If the journal entries aren't being put in, well, that's your responsibility as that department, whoever's running that finance office with the director. And if it's not happening, probably our auditors are having to do it then. We tried getting them some help last year, the same issue we had last year, and it didn't get fixed. So now I think we need to make a decision how to help them fix it.
Right, because 91,000, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
So what I was pleased that it was only 91,000 is a lot, but it's nothing compared to 236. So when I saw that, I thought, wow, how can we trust the financial she's bringing to us if there's some discrepancies?
Well, and I feel exactly the same way with Louise. Last year we went over, this was like one of the first things I went over when I was appointed. And of course it's new, I was new, and I was kind of shocked then. This is kind of, it's always moving, but at the same time, we have to fix this, and we're going to have to take action on this, in my opinion, and see where we can improve it, where we can get some assistance, whether it be outside sources or somewhere else, but it's not easy to swallow.
I've tried to stay on top of it monthly, but I guess that didn't work this year. I really did, but if we're not getting the correct figures.
If you're getting figures,
Right.
What's on a piece of paper.
Correct, what she said to me wasn't correct.
Wasn't accurate.
Mm-hmm.
How can you help them
I
if
know.
we don't have accurate numbers?
Yeah, the figures aren't accurate then.
Right.
Read the resolution. I'll read it to you, or do you want to read it?
Go ahead.
A resolution of the Board of County Commissioners of Los Angeles County, Colorado, transferring general funds to the Department of Human Services Resolution number 18-024. Whereas the Board of County Commissioners adopted resolutions adopting the 2017 budget and appropriating sums of money on December 20th, 2016 in accordance with Colorado State Budget Law, and whereas sums of money have been appropriated from the anticipated revenues for each fund provided for in said 2017 fiscal budget to offset anticipated expenditures in such funds and in spending agencies as the term is defined in CRS 29-1-102 within such fund during fiscal year 2017, and whereas the appropriation for the Department of Human Services was $10,525,715 and actual expenditures were $10,052,146.13 and budgeted revenue was $10,588,590 and actual revenue was $9,830,497.62 for a total annual loss of $221,648.51. Whereas the Los Angeles County Department of Human Services unrestricted fund balance is zero, which leaves a shortfall of $236,762.11. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of Los Angeles County, Colorado, that 1. The Board of County Commissioners hereby transfers the amount of $236,762.11 appropriated in the general fund for fiscal year 2017 to the Los Angeles County Department of Human Services. Upon motion made and seconded, this resolution was adopted this 19th day of June 2018 by order of the County Commissioners of Los Angeles County, Colorado. I don't know what happens to you. I guess it's case law, maybe.
Case law. I guess I'll make the motion to approve. I have to pay.
I'll second it.
Commissioner Mulder?
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez?
Yes.
Commissioner Blau?
Yes, but I think I feel the same way the rest of these do. We've got to get a handle on this. We need a lot more information. We need to be, as Christy said, we were expecting 91,000, now it's 236,000. We need to understand, or they need to understand, that we need to know those figures. I know you can't get it to the dollar until it's audited, but we ought to be able to get it to at least $10,000, I would think. And this is, in my mind, is unacceptable. I did vote yes. Consideration of legal service agreement for county attorney. And I guess what, maybe I ought to give a little bit of background here. Dixie had been an attorney for, I don't know, several years, and she has since moved to Texas. And not this board, but previous boards, we caught a lot of heck for keeping her on. And the reason that we kept her on is because we had some court cases going that was going to be very hard for somebody else to jump in the middle of. And I think we're in a good spot now, and what we're basically going to do is Dixie has decided to relinquish her duties here, but we're going to transition in. We're going to be lucky to have 2 attorneys for a while, and until the first of the year, and she's going to keep turning over more and more to her successor. And I think it's gonna be a really good transition. We've got a situation where, we've got young and eager with knowledge behind it.
So we announce the selection.
Be my guest.
We'd like to welcome Pam Nelson as our new co-counsel for Los Angeles County. Salovich, Nelson Salovich.
Pitch Nelson.
And just so everybody knows, it was budgeted for, there's no extra expense. It's just for the line item for that office for the year, so it's not costing the county any more money. Thank you for coming aboard with us, and we look forward to having you sit right here.
I'm very excited.
So
Yes, I've been lonely over here.
it's hot over here.
You know, very rarely do you get a qualified individual born and bred in our county come home and start a business here and be successful and doing good with what she does. And now she's going to be going to work for us. So it's a pretty neat story. So welcome.
Thank you.
Well, you said you were excited. We could probably get a lot of that excitement taken away from you here. Quick.
I know you sometimes I'm doing it fast.
But this is a unique opportunity for you, having Dixie working alongside you for the next 6 months, and don't hesitate to use her. I mean, she wants this to be a really good turnover, and as I say, there's a lot of institutional knowledge that's going to go when Dixie leaves, and you need to, and I know you will, pick her brain and do that. But not often do you get that sort of situation where we can transition somebody in while one is still on board and we got another one coming to her. And a lot of times it's just boom, here you are, and you got to figure it out. So I think this is a good situation for Los Angeles County.
Three brains are better than one.
2 brains.
I'm very happy that we decided to go this route. So, it's just going to be good.
And I do want to reiterate again, is that we took a lot of heat for keeping Dixie on, but we had some things pending legally that for Pam or anybody else to have come into the middle of that, she would have had to been visiting in Dixie's office the whole time. So that was the reason we did it. We knew that this was coming. She knew that this was coming, but we wanted to get some things worked out, done, that she was working on projects and lawsuits that she was working on, and we're there now. So.
Motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Commissioner Lopez?
Yes.
Commissioner Walter?
Yes.
Commissioner Lee?
Wholeheartedly, yes. Let's see, how did we reword E?
So it was,
Can you read that back to us, or did you write it?
Could have lied, but
Go ahead, Dean.
consideration of information from county attorney, Dixie Newman, regarding limitation of liability clause and contract with 360 Energy Engineers, and approve the contract with 360 Energy Engineers.
And basically, these guys are just going to oversee, if they have the bid, to oversee the project with the underfunded grants that we're getting.
Yeah, so what it is, it's a contract. They were awarded, we awarded them the bid for construction managers services. So they're going to put out the invitation to bid and also oversee the project of the.
Where are we at in that process at this point?
Once this happens, and once this gets approved, I will let them know of their meetings, and then they will advertise, and it'll just keep going on.
Do we have any timeline? Do you have any?
we're trying to, still finish both projects by the end of the year.
Because the DOLA grant is over in, I think, November 30th, I think, for DOLA, and the underfunded is December. But I think we could probably get extensions, I think, if we,
We're in the process.
yeah, like 45 days probably before, we could probably do that. But so, and if it's, running with the weather, probably wanna.
And as far as the foundation stabilization, there's only very few companies that can actually do that, so. I know of only two. You know, it's not gonna be like, it's gonna be a long, lengthy process, and as far as getting prices.
But if we don't get them on it right away, they might not have availability because of the project, so sooner than later.
Well, that's the issue, is it should have been moved along a little bit sooner, but yeah, of course we know how that happened, but, and so hopefully these other companies aren't too busy to bid it, because we need to start at our foundation.
Well, thanks, Dean, for taking charge on this.
Thank you.
I know when we discussed it a few months ago, that you've run with it, and I think it's a good job. I think this contract's fine. Dixie's approved it. I think it's time to get started, so with that, we'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Commissioner Mulder?
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez?
Yes?
Commissioner Lopez?
Yes, and I appreciate you running with this, Dean. This is, you're the logical one, because you kind of, you know how to start a tractor, the rest of us don't.
Oh, no. You can settle horse.
But, yeah, and whatever, and I'm gonna speak for him, whatever we can do to help you, we need to get this done.
Yeah, thank you.
Team Los Angeles County.
That's right.
Consideration of creating resolutions for removal of former administrator from OP board, of which she was an alternate board member, and any other boards that this person has served on.
Yesterday at the OPI meeting in Albert, we did have a small conversation regarding it. She's been in contact with Paula. Paula has got the information that we need to appoint, so we'll have that on the next agenda.
Dixie's working with me on wording for a resolution.
The resolution
Dixie's
for,
working with me on a wording for
okay.
a resolution to rescind the resolution that you guys did.
Okay,
Appointing her.
so we need to put this off till the next meeting, is that what you're?
well, we can remove her from the board, we just have to
Okay,
put on the next meeting to appoint.
okay.
So, having said that, I make a motion to approve item F.
Second.
Is there any other boards other than you?
We're investigating,
Okay.
I'll help Paula and we'll work that out and see, we have to go through some files. I know she's not on SCED, also she's not on COG, on the boards that I'm on, or TPR, or STAC, so.
Okay.
So there might be some ones out
I
there.
think she might be alternates on a couple. She might be, because the first year he'll reappoint,
Yeah.
but she might be
You know,
alternate.
that would be a good place to look.
Yeah, that's why I said the first of the year, first of January meetings.
So there's some, in the minutes, is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm, is when they do,
Yeah,
all like, when we have like all
appoint
the.
everybody to the,
Mm-hmm, that's why I said, I think she
Yeah.
might be some
yeah,
alternates now.
good,
on a
good
couple
place to
of
start.
Um,
With that being
Yes,
said,
we roll call.
no, we haven't yet.
Commissioner Mulder?
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez?
Yes.
Commissioner Mount?
Yes,
One thing to add, Luis, did you mention that there was another loan approved yesterday?
Yes, $80,000 to Stellar Corporation.
Okay.
Out of London.
So that loan is approved.
I think it was 50.
Christie and I sit on the loan approval committee for that, and Luis sits on the board.
And we actually have more openings than you guys got filled. When I spoke to Danelle, she said that Los Angeles County can have 3 on the loan committee. You can have 3 and an alternate. Right now, we just have the 2 of you.
2, yeah.
And as far as the director, the board, I guess we need, Luis is on the board and then we need an alternate.
Yeah.
why don't you bring up on the next meeting, put those in for action items.
That way, more representation we have from our county.
Anything else on that matter?
No.
Consideration of bills and payroll for first half of June 2018.
Payroll as of June 15th was $162,879.26. Bills paid on June 6th, $96,824.40. Bills paid on June 13th, $143,730.72. Bill's been working on or doing expenditures for grant 8527. You can see that. And then June 13th, we wrote a check for $100 for Peach to mail out the ballots. And that's it.
I have no issues. Make a motion to approve. Second.
Commissioner Walter?
Yes.
Commissioner Lewis?
Yes.
Commissioner Walter?
Yes. And then we have a financials of May 31st, information only. Is there any highlights, anything you'd like us to be aware
I
of?
usually kind of highlight everything that I'd like you to see on the front page, because I always give you a little memo on the front page. So everybody should get 41.65% as of May 31st. Most of the people that are a little bit over, it's because they paid 100% of their dues or different things that they've actually have in their budget. But you can see everybody's kind of following along.
Yeah, and some are under.
Yeah, that's a huge plus. The people that are under are the people that probably helped us save in 17 that 200,000 that we saved last year, because everybody's we're going to be cutting corners, and I love it doing that. So
Yeah, thank God they did that, or we would not, that cover this other issues we have. So.
right.
And I think this past budget crisis last year and this year, even though the 1% was just a band-aid to get us to 40 hours, we have to continue to watch every penny, and that's been helped a lot through Paula's office. So Paula, thank you, and Christy, for keeping on with that, to the purchasing department when you approve and bring it before the board, because without you doing that, this wouldn't be saving. They would be way over, and sometimes we get in our day-to-day operations and we just, I need to get it ordered. So, thank you, guys.
Well, yeah, it's not, I mean, there's some, of course, fire control that's out of our control.
Well, no, fire control is where we paid the
The 13,000.
The 13,000 to the fire safety. Yeah, we
We
paid
saved us
that.
200,000 on that, that's
Correct.
right.
We pay that every year in
Going
January.
up,
That's
because
why.
they had to bring back helicopters and the crew, so it blew up again, so we're probably looking at another $100,000.
So saved us 13 grand on investment up for 300,000.
Yeah.
It's good savings.
Well, and that's, you know, every single person in the county has a job to do, and one of our main jobs is to watch out for the constituents' money. And, so,
Let me get that.
Yeah, it's not our money.
that's right.
Maybe we have you two do the other program we use.
You guys, we can look on page 5, because I always like to kind of show you the sales tax, how it's coming in. You can look at page 5. You can see the excess, and it's something we're going to have to discuss. Because this here is as of March only. Because, because this is May, so this is what we received for January, February, March, right here.
And having which is a good thing to have, but we're going to have to follow Tabor on that, and probably ask the voters to get some legal advice on that. But I believe this is a good problem to have.
Right.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. That's just information.
That's just it.
Yeah.
We'll take a 15-minute break. Go
That
into
was really
executive.
good timing, because I put 10:30
What's that?
for DHS at 10:30, so you guys did really well.
Okay. We can. Okay. Let's take 15 minutes. You guys start counting from wherever you want to.
Okay.